Hello, YouTube. I am very late to the party on this, and I've talked with this many times. I'm watching the Soul versus Soulless Resident Evil 4 comparison video by Crobcat. I think that's his name. Well, I'm not gonna spoil any of it, but let's just watch and react, shall we? I am very sick today, so
I was wondering if you might recognize a girl in...
I'm very sick today, so I thought we'd do the react games because I haven't done one in a while. I will be playing games a bit later.
I was wondering if you might recognize a girl in his photograph.
¿Qué carajo estás haciendo aquí? ¡Lárgate, cabrón!
Wait, right off the bat, these two scenarios don't even exist in game.
I was wondering if you might recognize a girl in his photograph.
¿Qué carajo estás haciendo aquí? ¡Lárgate, cabrón!
Sorry to have bothered you.
Freeze! I said freeze!
I love this opening scene. The classic. Hey. Nice.
No fucking way.
Make sure to get fucking destroyed when you're showing RE4 Remake. Not a zombie. Alright, by the way, this... Oh, never mind. He did...
Resident Evil 4.
I think the title of this video used to be RE4 Remake, at least for a little. Okay, RE4 Original has the title. Has the title. Alright, just right off the bat, if you guys are watching this for the first time, I am too. I scrolled through it a little when it first came out, but it... Alright, I said this earlier, but it won't make it into the YouTube video, so I'll say it again. So, just a little backstory on this video. Someone, or a bunch of people, kept linking this to me on Discord and Twitter to watch when RE4 Remake first came out, because they're like, dude, I don't feel the same way about RE4 Remake anymore. You gotta watch this video. So I watched it, and within seconds of like just scrolling through the video, I knew something was up. And the thing that is up in this video, and why it's so popular and why there's a lot of hate around this video, is that when they show scenes from RE4 Remake, the brightness is down, the audio is down, like everything is altered in a way that makes RE4 Remake seem way worse. And then you'll go to this scene in RE4 Remake in your own game with all your settings to max, and it won't look and sound like this. Anyway, so like you'll notice in this video, every time it shows RE4, the atmosphere is cranked to max. It looks beautiful, like it's well lit, and then it shows RE4 Remake, and it's like you can't hear anything. Some scenes are really dark. Anyway, that's why I was laughing. And but yeah, I was watching the video and I thought something was up, so I scrolled to the comments and everyone was like, "Dude, why is RE4 Remake so altered?" There is music at this part. He just like there is sounds at this part. He just chose to show the part that it's finished and fucking empty. And in RE4 Original, the music continues to play even when you clear the entire room. The atmosphere, okay, the atmosphere in this section of RE4 is really good, like RE4 OG. I love this area in OG. Love this, like, it's great. This scene's great in RE4 OG as well. Love the atmosphere.
¡Por allí! ¡No dejes que se escape! Vayan por detrás.
Why are these people?
Hey, this part, I think this part is probably better in the remake.
What are they planning?
And let's see what this video thinks. Dude, why does it sound like absolute shit right now? Like, okay, sure. Like, dude, maybe it comes up later. Now that I'm seeing both these back to back, I think RE4 remake, this village segment kicks the fucking balls off of RE4 OG, and it's just showing this like weird muffled audio of just like that part is like, come on. Wow, throw for a remake a bone here, man.
The big cheese. What?
I love that part.
Joder, not this guy.
Who are you? Okay, stop right there.
The big cheese. Alright, I'm a little biased towards RE4 OG in that segment. I love when he says the big cheese. I just love that line. Like how he pronounces it. Come on, one more time, one more time. Say it again, Louise. Say it again.
The big cheese.
Okay, stop right there.
The big cheese. That part's badass. I feel like some segments in RE2 or remake, probably 3 as well, but I mean, this makes me immediately think of the eyeball closing in RE2 remake at the end, or like the final sequence of RE2 remake, where I notice it's in the game, but it definitely doesn't have the same kick that the original does. Not that this is like horrible by any means, but like you can almost tell it's like it's there to be there. Not a big deal. Throwing out my own. The dog. They're all dead. Where's the body? Good garbage. I like how every time it shows RE4 in the village, RE4 OG, he makes sure that the why aren't the crows crowing? Audio's duping. One sec. Second, let's fix the audio. Is it duping? All right. It's not the noise gate. I haven't touched my noise gate in years. Alright, is it better now? Subscriber only. Oh, wait, did my thing fall into that? That was the chicken. The chicken fell into that button. I'm sorry, okay. Wasn't me. Can you still hear me? I sound okay? I like how he fell off the mic and the one button he fell at, look at my stream deck, by the way. There's a million buttons on here and the one button he falls into is sub only mode. I never press that shit ever. All right, do I sound okay now? Is it better? Ugh. He's trying to tell you guys something. Think so? Okay.
Vámonos. Okay.
Shit. I love both RE4s so much. Thank you, Dino. Shit. This was, and by the way, fuck. One thing about the, like, I mean, this doesn't need to be said, but RE4 OG is going for a different vibe than the remake. The remake is going for... Oh, God. 1 second. Frickin' we're in the clear. RE4 is obviously trying to be far more realistic and cut back on on a lot of that the heavy sound in the background. It's the same thing with RE2 remake and RE3 remake and a lot of, and RE7 as well, where like RE1, 2, and 3 and 4, like there's always music playing almost everywhere. If it's not music, it's like heavy atmospheric sounds. The remakes dial that back so much. And I think that is in an attempt to be slightly more immersive. But yeah, it's just two different styles of game. I don't think one's better than the other. And I think people that played RE4 OG will just be, they'll get that nostalgia from hearing those old sound effects. So their brain will automatically just side with RE4 OG. But I don't think that's the case in like an actual like one-to-one unbiased review of the two games. Thank you, Jack Crispy, and thank you, Dino. What's up, Larxio? Well, yeah, exactly. The OG didn't realize that sometimes nothing else is very unnerving when done right. I totally agree. I think RE2 Remake does that really well. RE4 Remake also does that very well. Okay, this is done so much better in the OG. Really, truly is. This is again one of those things that it's in the game, but I think I see it and I just immediately think to myself, it's in the game just to be in the game, and I could have done it better. It is so, like, it's so clear that he's, like, the footage he's using for both, in RE4 OG, he probably spends, like, an hour per scene, like, trying to get it perfect. And then with RE4 Remake, he just waltzes in, pans the camera, and fucking cuts as quick as possible. Like, this is, Remake nailed the save music. I hate. I do, or I should say hate. The save theme for the typewriter is not one of my favorites at all in RE4 OG. It's one of my least favorite save themes in the whole franchise. And I know I'm in the minority for that, but I'm just sharing my own opinion. But the other save theme, like the Serenity, this one, love. That's like top 5 easy. Fucking love that one so much. It's so good. And I think RE4 Remake nailed both of them. Like RE4 Remakes, like the remake of this, so good. I love it. Yeah, I love this. So much more than the OG.
Leon, it's been 6 hours since our last transmission. I was starting to get worried.
Don't you mean lonely?
Condor 1? You've been radio silent for 3 hours. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Rápido! Rápido!
He didn't hit on her? God damn, girl. What fucking garbage. Sexualize the women. Jesus Christ, what is this?
¡Usa los músculos! ¡Rápido! ¡Apúrense! ¡Aquí! ¡Rápido! ¡Rápido!
RE4 Remake Leon is a soy boy. This part's badass. Love this. Look at the roar. Yeah. Now watch this. Watch me steps on him. Punch his balls off. Oh! Yeah, and then the music for the scene's so good too. Like, I love the camera work. The camera work is so jittery for this, as if like the cameraman is in the earthquake. Like, the camera's just going crazy. Oh my god, it's so silly. Look at it. It's like the camera's just like this the whole time. I love how every time it gets to RE4, it's just dead quiet. Or RE4 Remake.
Jesus Christ!
That gets straight into the action. RE4, like, I prefer OG in that segment. Now see, may I add something here? RE4 Remake originally had the torrential downpour, and like the rain was super intense and the wind effects and everything were super intense, and then everyone complained about it and they turned it down. Also, the graphics are weirdly look like shit. Well, they gave you the option to turn it down.
Sounds more like an alien invasion if you ask me. You okay?
Leon, what's gonna happen to us?
Don't worry. We got into this mess. We can get out of it.
Am I excited for RE4 Remake Rise of Evil? Is that true? Oh yeah, it's almost like they're human in the remake.
Hey, trust me.
I like this scene. Look, what a hero. Yeah, I think it was the original was shown for one purpose. That.
Me.
No panties? Bad game. he he waited. He sat here and waited until Ashley started fixing her hair, and just just made sure. It was, oh, Ashley's got to be forever proper.
Hey, what are you looking at?
And on top of that, I mean, this is more fitting anyway, since the whole prim and proper thing. It's the fucking president's daughter. She better be the sassiest fucking yada yada yada.
Hey, what are you looking at? Oh, you pervert.
Oh, here it comes.
Leon.
Bad game.
Small world, eh?
Leon. Where the hell's the panty shop?
Leon.
Wait, most replayed?
Small world, eh? Well, I see that the president's equipped his daughter with ballistics, too.
How rude. And I don't believe there's any relevance with my figure and my standing. Who are you?
Oh, excuse me, Your Highness. Perhaps the young lady might want to introduce herself first before asking someone his name.
Her name's Ashley Graham, the president's daughter.
Is she... well, you know.
Don't worry. She's cool.
By the way, I am... oh, for sure, Rick here. I am, like, on board. But yeah, the video, obviously, there's many moments where it's like, no sexual stuff. This is garbage. Like, for changing the sexual stuff, like ballistics and looking at her panties and stuff. Yeah, I like that shit. I love that stuff about RE4. Like, it's fun. It's a video game, and most men sexualize a hot woman in gaming. That's how you sell your game usually. But taking it away and changing it just for the sake of the theme of the game, I don't think is necessarily a problem.
Hey, I see you found your missing señorita.
Señorita has a name and it's Ashley. You are?
Name's Luis. Encantado.
Great.
I think Luis is a far better character in Remake as well. Like, Luis in OGRE4 is similar to Carlos in OGRE4. They're just two, like, greasy womanizers, which, cool. But there's like, no depth to the characters. So Remake gave them both a glow up, which I like the glow. Now, I used to love Carlos. He was, like, my favorite side character growing up. But then, as an adult, you go back, and it's like, oh, he really just... he really just, like... you know, not much to him, and there's also not much to Luis. My audio's still cutting. Sorry. I think my mic is slowly going, fellers. Can you guys hear me? Oh, hello. All right, you know what? Let's see if it's the noise gate. I'll just turn the noise gate off. You guys can hear me breathing and... yeah. All right. Okay, no noise gate. Is that okay? I actually love the harsh audio of 4OG. I said this earlier, but this wind effect... listen, I know it well. You want to know how I know it well? One sec. You hear that? That's because I've been using RE4 atmospheric sounds for stuff on my stream for like 9 years. I love that shit. But like, let's be real. This audio plays... here, I'll turn it up if you can't hear it. This audio plays in so much of RE4OG. And I love it, but I love it because, for me, a big no-lifer that's played these games for hundreds of hours, like, if I had my eyes closed and I was just, and someone was doing, like, guess that song, they play, like, the Super Mario Brothers theme, and they play, like, whatever, like a Tomb Raider song, and I didn't know, and they played just this wind effect, I would get that it's RE4 in a fucking split second. because I can appreciate this kind of thing, but your average player doesn't give a fuck about sound design. If you watched any of that whole controversy of like the war between like Spider-Man and Baldur's Gate and shit, so many people in the comments were talking like with these content creators watching the Game Awards, when the sound design comes up, so many of the content creators are just like, oh, fuck this category. Like, a lot of people really don't care about that kind of thing. And this video, you know, I deeply care about this kind of thing, obviously. And this video, like, really pushes the audio design of RE4 in comparison with RE4 Remake. But they're just two separate games. Like, this harsh wind is happening all the time in RE4 OG. It is. Like, every few rooms in the village segment for RE4 OG, it's like, whoo, same audio every time. And that's not a bad thing, but it's not like an amazing, it's not like it completes the atmosphere. It's just in this particular video, he's showing clippets of scenes that like, whoa, look at the audio. But when you're actually playing the game, you're paying no attention to it. You don't give a fuck. And you might not even know it's there. I know it's there because I pay deep attention to that kind of thing. But like, is it going to affect your average player's experience? No. But when you shove it down their throat, like in a video like this, and show these clippets of like, oh, all right, here's where the audio picks up at RE4, and now let's show a dead silent with crickets scene from RE4 Remake.
Hasta luego.
Whoa!
Why does the audio sound like oh my god, it's so quiet. I mean, I know why it sounds like shit, because it's fucking, this whole, every time it shows RE4 Remake, it's altered to sound like shit.
God, I thank you for your gift.
You want to get ugly?
Like,
Let's get ugly.
this part and all boss introductions so far in this video, they're so much more stylized in RE4 OG. Like, one specific moment is when it's like shing and he shows his claws. Like, that kind of thing just isn't in the remake. And that's fine. They're not trying to be over the top. Almost like a comic book villain. Oh yeah, it wouldn't work in the, exactly, and that's the thing that people don't understand. They can't differentiate the two styles of game. Where this is very arcadey, actiony, like silly to a degree, and that's like sort of a comic book, like the claws going shing, like, and just showing that one like 2-second camera angle of it. And where in Remake, you know, Remake is obviously trying to be a lot more realistic.
God, I thank you for your gift.
Although he does transform very quick.
Let's get ugly.
I love the sound effects for the big cheese in the OG. I always point this out when I play. Look at his eyebrows for this. How do you go back a frame? Look at it. Look at Leon's eyebrows here. I point this out every time I play, but it goes by so quick I don't think a lot of people notice. He has like the Rock, the people's eyebrow, or whatever you call it. Look at him. Look at that. Look at those eyes. I do love this too. Oh my god.
Follow me.
Thank you, Pico. Thank you, Mark.
You take that one.
Thank you, Catafirst and Bronix. Thank you.
Ready?
Well, there were extra cutscenes headed to this area that the video just chose not to show. Like when you're running away from the big cheese and you do that segment and then you're running across the boards. He just chose not to show that, to act like the journey to get from the village to the castle was far less in Remake. And then he shows the actual cutscenes in the OG. Like, people don't understand that this, as much as I'm having fun and giving commentary on the video, like, you guys have to see that this is 100% catering towards the OG audience. Like, it is trying to make you think the OG is way better. You could do the opposite video and say Soul versus Soulless, Resident Evil 4 comparison again, but take a different person that loves the remake as much and watch what they do. They could take all bad scenes from RE4 OG and then show the best scenes for remake. Like, people just get so blindsided by this video. It's fucking hilarious.
What's going on?
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh yeah, I agree, Spartan. I love this part in Remake. Like, again, all the villains are just comic book villains in this game.
Who are you?
Me llamo Ramon Salazar, the 8th Castellan of this magnificent architecture.
A most warm welcome to my castle. Such a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
See,
Mr. Kennedy.
This is actually a very believable character in Remake, and in RE4, I'm sure, ask many people about RE4, like casual players, and I know this because when I played RE4 again as an adult and went back, I don't know if anyone else can vibe with me, but I typically forget about Salazar existing sometimes. But this character just does not, like, it is so unbelievable he even exists. I think this is a moment where OG RE fans get, where they, like, God, it's hard to talk about this game because there's so many elements for the whole, like, RE fandom in general, for RE4 versus 4 Remake, and then Resident Evil Classic fans versus RE4. But I'm sure, well, this is where a lot of OG fans got to, and then they just shut the game off. They're like, this is not Resident Evil anymore. This is fucking terrible. I hate this shit. Like, because he's just
when you might notice
a completely, like, fictional character that would never have a chance to, like, exist.
Who are you?
But in Remake, they, like, he's a little more believable in Remake. He's still, I think they honored him very well in the Remake, but he's a bit more believable.
The 8th Castellan of this magnificent architecture.
A most warm welcome to my castle. Such a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance, Mr. Kennedy.
Who the hell are you?
Me? Oh, please, call me Ramon.
I've been expecting you, my brethren.
No thanks, bro.
My, we've got a
Classic.
feisty one.
You know why I laughed? This
feisty
this scene is typically what they do with the RE4 remake, where, and we've seen it many times in the past of this video, and we'll see it in the future, where it'll show something cool from RE4, and it'll cut to 4 remake and just be dead fucking silent.
No thanks, bro.
My.
No thanks,
We've got
bro.
a feisty one.
By the way, this chat is 100% biased towards RE4 original, because this chat is mainly people that played the original, and that's just how it is. By the way, just throwing it out there for anyone that's reading too deeply into chat's reaction. And this video is also very biased, factually very biased towards the original. I don't actually know if you guys are being biased, but like, you know, we all grew up, most of us grew up with the OG, and you're always nostalgic for the OG rather than the remake. Knifes the arrow.
Follow me.
Alright, is he gonna parry the arrow in the remake? I heavily prefer Waterhall in remake.
Ah, the entertainment.
Watch out!
Waterhall in OG sucks. Like, it's a very memorable room, but man, like, it's just so fucking bad. And I'm not just saying that because it fucks over the speedrun. It is brutal in the speedrun, but it's brutal in the remake speedrun too. But the problem is, like, just the non-stop enemy spam. You could just get fucked over so easily. It's not enjoyable in the OG, in my opinion. I love what they did with Waterhall. Like, I love the look of it. Like, man, I love those colors and the contrasty colors and everything around. Like, the lighting is so well done here. The atmosphere is amazing in the remake. And like the big emblem here, everything is so nice in this room. It's one of my favorite rooms in remake. In OG, like, it's a classic in OG, don't get me wrong.
Leon, they're here.
Ah, the entertainment.
Yeah, in the OG, it's like this insane. Every room in the OG is insanely bright. There's no like lighting atmosphere in the OG. It's mainly done with sound design, and in the remake, it's mainly done with the actual level design. This part's way better too, in my opinion. The maze is shit in the OG. Uh-oh, don't show Ada.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Sorry, but following a lady's lead just isn't my style.
Put them up now.
You can stop right there.
Okay, if we want to talk about bias, here's where mine comes in. I actually love, in the OG, like that scene, the slow-mo, and then Leon showing Ada that he has surpassed her. Like, I love that shit so much. Where Leon was the rookie in RE2 OG, and just like this little soy boy fucking like pushover, and then in remake he's this Chad, like works for the president. Love that shit. But I think remake, this cutscene in my opinion just sort of fell a little too flat, too anime like everything else. Yeah, well that is the OG. The OG like cranks it up to that next level in terms of like, it's almost like fucking Metal Gear Twin Snakes, where it just pushes the action almost past the limit, where this game is a lot more grounded.
Leon.
But like I said, and like you guys have to realize when you watch something like this, it's hard. It's honestly hard to compare the two. They're so samey. Like it's RE4 remake honors the OG in most rooms and areas, and it tries its best to like include everything that the fans like. But at the end of the day, there are very two different themes going on for both games.
Would it make me use this?
I do like the music here, like.
Would it make me use this?
By the way, Ada, RE4 remake Ada, despite what she sounds like in the English version, she sounds fine in every other version. Or not, I should say every other version, but Ada is the finest looking fucking character I've ever seen in my entire freaking life in RE4 remake. Like the design for Ada is, by the way, the design for Ada in RE4 OG, don't think is that great, but the remake, holy shit.
Me use this. Would you?
Well, after 6 years,
look at her.
That's one hell of a greeting, Ada.
You don't seem surprised. Interesting.
Bit of advice, try using knives next time. Works better for close encounters.
Yeah. Giga Chad.
Leon. Long time no see.
Try using knives next time. Better for close encounters.
Not a bad move. Very smooth.
So who are you working for this time?
Oh, Leon. You know I don't work in town.
I'm not, if I talk about that scene, I'm gonna extend this video by like double.
So nice you could join us, Mr. Scott Kennedy.
The golf clap. Look at this asshole.
You are nothing, if not unyielding, Mr. Kennedy.
His teeth are so long. I never realized that.
If not unyielding, Mr. Kennedy.
Soon, you will become unable to resist this intoxicating power.
You will receive our most sacred body.
He looks like my uncle.
Now.
My uncle was just here, actually. Hopefully when my uncle's I really gotta bring my uncle on stream, because I swear he looks exactly like him. He looks exactly like him.
If you become unpleasant to our eyes, you'll face severe consequences.
Oh, Almighty, grant me the strength to crush your enemies.
I'm sure you boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. But then again, maybe you did.
Oh, you crazy American.
I'm sure you boys didn't come all the way out here to roast marshmallows. Maybe you did.
You have a strange sense of humor.
Oh, I thought I got a gifted sub.
Gloria a las plagas! Gloria a las plagas!
I love that one in remake. It sounds so shitty in R4 remake. Purposefully, I mean the video creator made it sound fucking terrible. The audio quality is horrific in this video. The audio quality is only good when it shows OG. Okay.
Got something that might...
I don't know if many people would disagree. The Verdugo fight in remake is so much better.
Got something that might interest you.
What do you guys think?
let's do some business then, eh?
Welcome.
Yeah, the merchant, RE4 OG merchant, you know. I gotta say, when I first played through Remake, I thought as I said leading up to Remake, merchant is impossible to get like perfect. That's one unfortunate thing about remaking like a god tier game. It's that some things are so cherished and beloved from people that have played the OG hundreds and hundreds of times, and especially with something like merchant takes the forefront in this like category. It doesn't matter how well you do it, nothing will like, you can only match the original really, because it's hard to surpass in terms of like voice acting, character design for someone like the merchant. Sorry, I'm so congested right now. The merchant's voice is just like so fucking iconic from the OG. I think the remake did it well, but it's a huge uphill battle for that one.
Choice of an avid gun.
Oh yeah, and the merchant in OG or the remake never shuts up. He's always talking. It's so funny.
A choice of an avid gun.
He did grow on me though. Yeah. Okay, the treasure system in remake, I absolutely fucking love. That was like a little game in itself for me. I loved that shit so much. It was so much better in the remake, and as it should be. Like if it was worse in the remake, that'd be sickening. But I loved putting the jewels in all the little treasures and changing around all the colors and stuff to get the biggest bonus you can. I love that stuff so much. It was so fun.
Thank you.
Village though. Oof.
Come back anytime.
Come back anytime.
Okay, you know what he could have done there? He could have thrown the egg at the merchant, because the merchant will react to getting it. He goes, "Oi!" I do miss this kill. You know, my issue with this, okay. So depending on, like, I don't know, I guess where you grew up, this might be more brutal than the beheading, but I'm a more gore the better kind of guy. I wish that when Leon got cut in half here, he actually got cut in half. But see, that borders like the arcadiness and silliness of like Mortal Kombat, where like someone really young would look at it as like disgusting and like they can't look because it's so gross. An adult might look at it as if it's like a little silly. I don't know if that makes sense, but God, I'm sorry. Yeah, I do wish the head decap was still there. I like this kill though. It's cool. But yeah, the nothing beats the deaths in RE4 OG. Like that is so brutal. I love that so much. This was a letdown. Yeah, I really do wish it Did that happen in the remake? Oh yeah. Holy shit, he gets pierced. Damn. I didn't notice he had all the holes in him. I like that in the remake. I love RE4 OG deaths.
Where's the satisfying sound of one's impalement?
Won't fall for this old trick.
Look at that.
How dare you! No more games! Kill him! Kill!
Aquí nos despedimos, señor Kennedy.
I actually really like this scene in Remake as well. And also, like, here's something. It basically shows the whole scene. This is where the bias comes in for the video creator. It basically shows the whole scene in OG. And the coolest part in Remake is like putting that shit in Ashley's mouth and her barfing it up. Like, that's fucking brutal. And you see Ashley suffering for once. In OG, you really never see that. And he cuts it. You want to know why? Bingo. He wants you to think OG is the better game always. And that's how the video is catered to the audience. But see, the unfortunate thing, people have to use their brain to understand that when watching this. And most people, I should say most, a lot of people watch this video without using their brain. Can't think.
Don't come any closer!
I like how insanely dark this is. Dude, why did he have to do this? Why is the audio cranked down to like 10 fucking %? Oh my god. This part's so sick in OG. Been a long time, comrade.
Been a long time, comrade.
All right, just hold your horses for a second, guys. I just need to grab a some more Kleenex. 1 second. Oh God, sorry. 1 second. Thanks for waiting, guys. All right.
Krauser.
Long time no see, rookie.
Floppy, this is it,
Krauser?
soldier!
What the hell? Move out and draw fire, soldier!
You're the one who kidnapped Ashley.
See, this is also a tough one for me to sit through. Speak for myself. The OG one, like that cutscene, is so, it's one of the most classic moments in the whole Resident Evil franchise. Like, I love the knife battle between Krauser and Leon, because it's rare you see a knife battle in sorry, I was like running upstairs to get my toilet paper. Anyway, love this scene in OG. Love the dialogue, and I love Krauser's voice. He sounds like such a fucking badass. And in remake, he just sounds like, okay, at first of the remake, I thought he sounded terrible. I really didn't like Krauser's voice or Leon's. But
Sloppy!
After running the game for so long,
You remember the fight in the jungle?
the remake really grew on me.
Barely made it out alive.
Got John quick, as expected.
Everyone's
After
just
all,
more
you and I
Giga
both
Chad
know
in the
where we
OG.
come from.
What do you want?
The sample Sadler developed, that's all.
Ashley, it was you. Catch on quick. Didn't I teach you? Knives are faster.
Oh, Leon said that earlier. This comes off as so silly to me.
Not good. Leave Ashley out of this.
Oh, I needed her to buy Sadler's
Slap
trust
fight.
in me. Like you, I'm American.
Oh, pure unadulterated. So let me swallow this big booger. Masculinity. And then in the remake, they're having a slap fest. The remake is woke, is what this video wants you to think. My God.
Enough talk. Die, comrade.
He doesn't even call him Cumrag in the remake. Show the death scene. No?
Ada!
Well, if it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
No swearing in the remake.
Enough play, rookie. You haven't changed a damn bit.
Like, the addition of Luis there and expanding upon his character and getting him to actually save Leon in that scene, I think is more fitting than Ada. But yeah, overall, you know, two different scenes. I don't think one's far worse or better. It's cool they turned it into a boss fight, and I like that fight too. See, it's stuff like this that really, like, should wake up people watching the video. Where, like I mentioned earlier, why didn't they show Ashley throwing up and eating that black vomitous shit when it's a cool part of the game? And then, well, it's because it's in remake. And why show a part you know doesn't work in remake? Like, in remake, you can't do that, no. But they turned this into a little side quest on the Merchant where you blow up all the separate balls around the map. But see, if this was a genuine video, you would see him blowing up these with his pistol or whatever else to show that you could still do it, but it's different. But instead, he's like, oh, I'll shoot it with a rocket, even though he knows it doesn't work. And of course, it's one that he's already cleared, so nothing happens to it as well.
Got some business to take care of. See you later.
Women.
Women.
Sorry, wrong button.
Don't think too hard, handsome. See you later.
But look, you can tell what he's thinking here. Women.
Story of my life.
I love that they threw in Story of My Life there. I think that's great. You know, I love the I love the women, you know, classic. But Story of My Life is another line for the OG that they took from the ending and they added in that part. I think that's great too. Oh, the fly beat.
Hello, stranger.
In my opinion, the island in remake. So it's funny, the island in OG, like as it shows here. One sec. Like, listen to the music. That music. So the lead into the regenerators is great in the island, but it almost plays like the island. Oh my God, sorry. God, I never burp or fuck. I hate being sick. And now I have my fucking, God, I have my stupid fucking, what's it called? Oh my God. What's it called? I need to check what it's called. The noise gate. I have my noise gate off because my mic was acting up, and now you definitely heard that burp. Anyway. The island in OG RE4, in my opinion, is terrible. And, like, it leads in with the horror atmosphere of like that dark, oppressive, like dung, and like that dark atmospheric music that continues to play, and then you meet the regenerators. That's perfect. Like, it lines up the regenerators well, but it's such an inconsistent area in the OG, and then it eventually just turns to pure action, like shoot fest. I think the remake handled it super well, where it feels like a varied area where it does get more actiony, but it never brings it over the fucking top until that end sequence where you're running through the turrets and stuff. Great jump scare, by the way. I love that one. I'm just now thinking of this. It's hard to even compare the stuff that's like 1-to-1, like the eyeball and RE2 remake or that part in this, because like I feel like that bias is always there. Where I see the remake version, like it's a little silly, but probably just because I'm so used to the OG. Remake fucking nailed the regenerators.
What the fuck are you?
I like how he sits there and waits for the regenerator to come into the room when it's far scarier if you try and leave yourself and run into it. Island in general, the island I think is way better in remake. Every way, in every way, shape, and form. I love how you can see the virus, like Leon looks completely fine in OG, and in remake you can see he's just being taken over by the virus. It's sick.
Witness the power!
Sloppy! Too soft to do what's necessary.
My name is Osman Sadler, the master of this fine religious community.
I am Osman Sadler, the speaker for our Lord.
Where's the chicken?
Oh, Mr. Kennedy, you entertain me. To show my appreciation, I will help you awaken from your world of cliches.
Have forsaken. Holy body. The bright gift.
Oh yeah, Sadler is one character I much prefer in the OG. I agree. Every time, dude, like, what does he have the fucking voice, like, what does he have the character voice volume at in his game? Like 1%? Like, listen. Like, this would have been a good video if he wasn't so fucking biased towards the OG. It would have been great. It would have been, or I should say great, it would have been fine. But like, God, it's so easy to see those moments where he just made sure that remake looked bad. I think 3D audio makes them quieter. Well, sure, whatever. It doesn't matter what makes them quieter. What matters is that he chose to make it sound the worst it could possibly sound for the video. And in reality, when you're trying to make a good video, you want the audio and graphical quality to be the highest it can be. When you make this video, it's the lowest it can be. I'll show you a holy body. See, again, this is another moment where like that's the death scene. In 4 OG, that's the death scene. In 4 Remake, it isn't. This isn't the death scene. There's a whole cutscene after this. And someone earlier mentioned like, oh man, with the cutscenes, it's way better. Like when we were at the village segment, and I mentioned how we actually cut the cutscene so it makes it look bad. Therefore, the audience is watching like, oh man, the remake sucks. But it cut the cool part. Again, like I'll give you a holy body. Like it doesn't do this like cut time on the video. It does it because it's RE4 Remake's turn to shine, and it doesn't let it shine.
Sorry, Leon. Hand it over.
Ada, you do know what this is.
All right, I'm biased towards this because listen to the music here. It uses Resident Evil Outbreak music. No joke, from End of Times or whatever it's called. Right here. Right here.
Sorry, Leon. Hand it over.
Ada, you do know what this is.
Uh-oh. This part's so much better in OG because of the voice acting.
What the hell are you doing?
Nothing personal, Leon. Luis and I had an arrangement.
But look at Ada, though.
Don't worry. I'll take good care of it.
Okay, okay, the look of it all? Oh, the remake. The sounds, the OG. Like, okay.
Don't worry. I'll take good care of it.
Don't worry. I'll take good care of it. Love that delivery. Now listen to Ada if it shows it.
Gotta go. If I were you, I'd get off this island too.
She really pushed it.
She really pushed it.
Okay, so she may sound worse, but look at her!
Better get a move on.
Better get a move on.
Okay, Cropcat really missed the, he missed a good opportunity there. When she's like, I'll take good care of it. And in the remake, she's like, I'll take good care of it.
See you around.
Love the way that she talks like one of those sex phone line girls, unironically. Yeah, and that's really the thing about Ada and the OG. Like, I do prefer the OG. It's not that I prefer the OG voice. It's not only that. It's just that I don't think the delivery or acting was good for remake. I'm over it now. Like, when it first came out, I talked about it a lot. But I just don't think she did a great job with the voice acting in general. And that, it's whatever. With separate ways, it ended up being fucking awesome. And it didn't really bother me in separate ways either. And I love that so many people were like, in separate ways, they played through it. The fucking, the copium. A lot of people were like, oh man, she definitely learned from the criticism and did a far better job in separate ways. Dude, 99% chance those fucking lines were recorded before the criticism even happened. This is another one of those moments where, like I keep mentioning with the eyeball, with the Ada sliding up in the window, where it just, the cute thing just feels like it's there to be there, but it sort of just doesn't have that same like small impact that it does in the original product.
Very cute.
Oh, does it show the remake part?
Hang on, sweetheart.
You like thrill rides? You're gonna love this.
All right, let's see the remake. Going as slow as humanly possible. Thank you, PK.
Ashley!
Come on. Let's go home.
Well, yeah, exactly. Not showing the minecart section is a crime, exactly, because there's nothing to show in the minecart section. Like, that's a perfect thing to bring up. The reason the minecart section isn't in this video is because in the OG, it is fucking soulless. The minecart section is fucking horrible in the OG. It's a lot of people's least favorite part. Nothing happens. It's just a shitty auto scroller. And in remake, it's huge. Like, it's a really cool part and a lot of shit happens. But hey, where is it in this video? Spoiler alert, he didn't show it because it might make you prefer the remake. That is the fucking moral of the story for this video. Where people are going to watch this on YouTube, and I side with the OG a lot. I do. Because, you know, I love both games. I think both games are awesome. I actually prefer playing remake nowadays, but I think a lot of stuff is better in the OG. But a lot of stuff I want to compliment in the remake just isn't shown in the video.
Great idea. Mission
accomplished. Right, Leon? Not quite.
I still have to get you home safe.
Mission accomplished, right?
Mission accomplished. When you're home safe.
Yeah.
Thank you for saving me.
So, after you take me back to my place, how about we do some, overtime?
Sorry.
Insert Sigma.
Somehow I knew you'd
Sorry.
say that, but it doesn't hurt to ask, you
Insert American Psycho,
I could
Christian
put in a
Bale.
word with my dad. Have you assigned to my detail?
Giga Chad
if you're
theme.
interested?
You don't need me. You proved you could handle yourself. Even if you could use a lesson in knife safety. Come on. Let's go home.
Guys, we didn't even watch the video I meant to watch yet.
Condor 1? Roost to Condor 1, do you read me?
So, who was that woman anyway?
Why do you ask?
Come on, tell her.
Tell me.
She's like a part of me I can't let go.
Let's leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that.
I still think she should have got caught up in the propeller blade. Like when they first landed, she fell off. And he's like, Ashley, where are ya? There should have been blood, like a pool of blood up here. And you could hear the propeller blade like get stuck. Cut content. This is I'm going to love this section because I guarantee a lot of this is going to be in separate ways. Well, this is in separate ways. Thank fucking God this shit was cut. Thank you, Capcom. Yeah, this is in separate ways. This was cut. Cut content. I mean, technically this part isn't cut. The way it's done is cut, sure. Is there an added content? No. Thank God. Thank God. A lot of this cut content, thank fucking God. I don't know about you guys. I said this a few times on stream and a lot of people agreed with me. RE4 is one of those games, OG. It's weird to talk about now because it's got a remake, but it's one of those games that I look back on as like one of the best games of all time, and I love it. It's one of my favorite games ever. I have hundreds of hours playing on it. I could show you guys my Steam right after this video. And if you're new to the channel, if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, I have like thousands of hours of the Resident Evil franchise. Anyway, it's a game I go back to, and every single time I get into an area, my first thought is I fucking hate this place. And then you get to the next area, it's like you get to the second part of the village and I'm just thinking like, I fucking hate this part. And you get to the next part, it's like, I fucking hate this part. You get to the cabin, it's like, fuck, I hate this part. And I always, every time I used to casually play it before I speed ran it, I'd think to myself, man, every time I go in these rooms, I'm thinking to myself, I hate this part. It's like I hate the whole game, but I think it's one of the best games ever made. It's one of my favorite games ever made. But every time I play it, I'm like, I fucking hate this part for like most rooms of the game for some reason. Do you guys feel the same, or am I crazy? Like, so many times. Just, like, I fucking hate this part. But maybe that's like, that's part of the reason why I love it, because the annoying challenges and overcoming them feels great. But I don't know what it is. It's so weird. It's such a weird, like, relationship with a game.
Hunnigan, is that you?
Oh boy.
Finally, the line's jack free.
Hey, Hunnigan, no glasses.
Forget the glasses. What's the status of the mission?
I've rescued the subject. We're returning home.
You did it, Leon.
Thanks. You know, you're kind of cute without those glasses. Give me your number when I get back.
May I remind you that you're still on duty.
Story of my life.
I burped again. All right, guys. Well, that was Cropcat's video. If you want to check it out or you know, give it some love. It's got so much love already. We can check the comments in a second. All right, let's look at the comments really quick. Let's see what other people think. Not having the guy say Resident Evil 4 truly is a crime. I 100% agree. I do not know why the hell Capcom has ditched that shit. Dude, that's one of the most iconic things of the franchise. Resident Evil. That should be in every fucking game. God, I hate that they ditched that. God, I hate they ditched that. God, bring it back. Uh-oh. These recent these recent comments. When was this posted? 8 months ago. Last time I scrolled through these comments, it was months ago at this point, but they were all fucking hate comments. Like, they hated the video. It wasn't the technology, essentially it was the attention to details and art direction that made the original RE4 one of the greatest games in history, okay? What I like about the 2005 version was the environment so gray and spooky. Oh! I know where the comments are. Fuck, I forgot. He deleted them all. He went through. Yeah, that's what happened. He went through and deleted the negative comments. I completely forgot. I completely forgot. Yeah, because I was ready to go in on like read the comments and laugh with you guys, and I'm sitting here like sort of quiet, like, huh, why are these all praise comments? I forgot that, yeah, he deleted them. But this used to be, the comment section of this used to be like pure hate. Show latest. Sorry for your remake, enjoyers. Is it still a masterpiece? It won no awards at all, and no one cares about it anymore. Hold this L. This is a fucking brainless take. Oh my god. Being nominated is good enough. Some people are so stupid. After finally going through some of professional difficulty, I have to say 2005 original was way better. Too many RNG issues and gimmicks in the new one, as well as NPCs being practically empty and quite annoying. I actually still likes to hang out right in the middle of combat, and the music and boss directs just aren't there. To each their own, I guess. I'm actually very okay with our RE4 remake. I mean, if we're gonna read the newest, I want to read that hate. I want to read the hateful shit he deleted. Wouldn't surprise if he's still going through deleting them. That's unfun. Man, I wish I should have watched this when it first came out, because like you could see the comments getting deleted. I completely forgot about that until you guys mentioned it. It was so good. Yeah, if you guys want to leave a comment, leave a like, or whatever else, there's the video. I linked it in the chat. I'll link it again. I'm glad we finally got around to watching this. I'm sad that the hate comments were deleted, because this used to be one of the funniest comment sections ever. Because it was just a lot of people like, I forget what that syndrome is called, but they were like, am I crazy? Or is this part way quieter or way darker than it was for me when I played the game? Yada, yada, yada. And then they're just all vanished. And then you'd read a few more, like, guys, I think the comments are getting deleted. It was so funny. Oh my god. But yeah, this video is very, very biased towards RE4 original. The video is catering to people that just want to gaslight themselves into having someone else's opinion on a remake versus an original. I had fun going through this and dissecting my own opinions, but like I said earlier, I seemed like I was a bit biased towards RE4 original, which I sort of am because I grew up with the game. But at the same time, he didn't show some of the best parts of the remake, and the parts of the remake he did show, he made sure to make them look as terrible as they could possibly look. So it's not a fair video at all, which is why it got so much hate. Well, it doesn't look like it got so much hate because it's all deleted, but and the thing is, like, people will just see all the views and they'll see these comments, and for a lot of humans, this is a fact, that's all it takes for them to change their opinion. They'll watch this video, they won't understand what's going on, they'll read a couple top like comments and be like, yeah, the remake does suck. And it's a goddamn shame, because if in another universe there's another Crab Cat that did the opposite. he made RE4 OG look like shit in this video and made the remake look incredible. And the comments are a different story as well. It's just how it is. It's just one of those videos that's meant to manipulate the audience. Thank you, Falcaron. But there are some points to be had here, like we went through. There are definitely some things that are worth talking about, and I agree with some of the video. But anyways, let's see. I'm curious. Let's go check out something, guys, shall we? What do I have more playtime in? What do you guys think I've played more, the OG or the remake? Uh-oh. The remake, surprisingly. Shit. Isn't that crazy? And I even did Rising of Evil in RE4. How? You played so many randos. I mean, I ran RE4 Remake for a really long time. Which have I streamed more? What's that missing achievement from what? Oh, from RE2? It's, read all the notes. Oh man, 0's gonna pass 3. Read all the notes. Yeah. Yeah, I've been missing 1 note since like release day. Village is missing 2 as well. Well, those are the new ones they added. I don't know where they are. Steam year-end review just launched. Oh. Yeah. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next video. Okay.